Beyond all polarities, I am. Let the judgments and opinions of the mind be judgments and opinions of the mind. And you exist behind that. Ah, so. Ah, so. It's really time for you to see through the absurdity of your own predicament. You aren't who you thought you were. You just aren't that person. And in this very lifetime, you can know it. Right now. The real work you have to do is in the privacy of your own heart. All of the external forms are lovely, but the real work is your inner connection.
But you know, if you talk all the time, you'll never hear what anybody else has to say. And therefore all you'll have to talk about is your own conversation. The same is true for people who think all the time. That means, when I use the word think, talking to yourself. Subvocal conversation, the constant chit-chat of symbols and images and talk and words inside your skull. Now, if you do that all the time, you'll find that you've nothing to think about except thinking. And just as you have to stop talking to hear what others have to say, you have to stop thinking to find out what life is about. And the moment you stop thinking, you become into immediate contact with what Korzybski called, so delightfully, the unspeakable world. The most ordinary sights and sounds and smells. The texture of shadows on the floor in front of you. All these things without being named and saying, that's a shadow, that's red, that's brown, that's somebody's foot. When you don't name things any longer, you start seeing them. Because, say, when a person says, I see a leaf, immediately one thinks of a spearhead-shaped thing outlined in black and filled in with flat green. No leaf looks like that. No leaves. Leaves are not green. That's why Lao Tzu said, the 5 colors make a man blind. The 5 tones make a man deaf. Because if you can only see 5 colors, you're blind. And if you can only hear 5 tones in music, you're deaf. You see, if you force sound into 5 tones, you force color into 5 colors, you're blind and deaf. The world of color is infinite, as in the world of sound. And it is only through stopping fixing conceptions on the world of color and sound that you really begin to hear it and see it. So, let me say again, I'm not talking about the ordering of ordinary everyday life in a reasonable and methodical way as being school teacherish and saying, it's nice if you were nice people, that's what you would do. For heaven's sake, don't be nice people. But the thing is that unless you do have that basic framework of a certain kind of order and a certain kind of discipline, the force of liberation will blow the world to pieces.
Everybody take a big inhale through your nose. Then another one. And let it out. And again. Hold it at the top. Namaste. Fellow waves. In the ocean of loving consciousness, namaste. We are one. Welcome back to the Love and Light stream, where every single one of you, just like in the best hockey locker rooms that are circles, every single one of you has a seat forever. You can never lose it. You'll never get it taken from you. You'll always be good enough to be on this team of love and light. And each of us can step into the center and share whenever we need to. Your triumphs, your losses, your pains, your wounds, your accomplishments, anything is welcome. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here. And may the love and light know its power. Corey Cooper. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Riley Birdman out there in Kingston. What's up, chat? And hey, Gabriel. Namaste, brother. We are one. Lorianne, namaste. Back for 2 nights in a row, Lorianne. So happy to have you. Thank you for your shares in the group. We are one. Riley says, I sent you a cool DM about how the mind took away this NBA player's back injury just by going to focus and mind coach. That is very juicy. Namaste, we are one, brother. We are going to come back to get into that one after we say hello to everyone. BE1 Hockey Videos. Hello from Manitoba Sask border. Namaste, brother. Namaste to you. Welcome in. And I saw your kind comment above there saying you love the energy on the podcast. Appreciate you so much. And ambience and delicious drink. It's good. Life is good. Haha, brother. The love and light sure is good. Amen, brother. We are one. Thanks for shouting out where you're from. Lisa Jude, our spiritual mumsy. Namaste. We are one. Riley, I wouldn't doubt that guy would be a great guest. Lorianne, I have that on my Journey to Peace playlist. Wonderful. Lorianne has the beautiful song by Ram Dass and East Forest. Sit around the fire on her playlist. That's helping her so much. C-Mac, how's it going, Kurt? Namaste, Cormac, over there in Scotland. I hope you get a good sleep tonight, even though you're on the stream late. Namaste, spiritual roomie of Rockford, brother. Sharzy, we are one, brother. Bird Packy, no dish to be wasted. Love that trend. Hey, just makes it easy, right? Can't put that taste into human words. Nope. Dana, hi everyone. Have we heard from Brandon? Namaste, Big D. We are one, of course, always thinking about others. I had not heard from him. I posted that in the group, so I had not. Sharzy says he reached out to him. Lorianne, LA just talked to Brandon. Look at that. Look at that, fellow waves. Amazing, Lorianne. So glad to hear that. That is fantastic to hear. Could you share a little bit? Maybe you have down below in the comments as I'm going through them, but share a bit how he's doing. Riley, A celebration win. Got a new job today, chat. Thought I'd share that. Gonna be becoming a line cook. Amen, brother. We already got Corey Katina in here. When he's back in the United States, he's a cook. We got another cook cooking up the love and light. Chef Curry with the pot, boy. Cormac smoothie right from the blender. Amen, brother. Corey Cooper, namaste, fellow wave. We are one. Soul sister, how are you? What kind of food? Are you talking about what kind of food's in here, Big D? I think that's what you mean, but I don't know. Good job, man. I kind of handle the heat in kitchens. Oh, nice. C-Mac likes the kitchen too. Corey Cooper had a tremendous Reiki session and conversation with Shari today. Oh my goodness. Fellow Waves, Love and Light members, you hear that? Hey, Shari has offered everybody to work with them in a free one-time Reiki session just to expose you in, connect, and Corey Cooper took her up on it. Wasn't it wonderful? Oh, I'd love to hear you share. I would love if you came on the stream and shared how that went, to be honest, Corey Cooper, if you're feeling up for it. But if you want to just type in the chat, that's more than welcome too. BE1 Hockey Video says, our local team is currently facing elimination in CJHL Centennial final. Chilling but nervous. I hear you, brother. He's nervous for his team. Nick, glad to see you on the spiritual journey, brother. Hope to see you get through this phase in life. Oh, namaste, brother Nick. Namaste. We are one. Thank you so much, my man. Thank you so much. And honestly, brother, you said hope to see you get through this phase in life. I appreciate that love and light, but brother, there ain't any more phases, brother. The phases and the frames and the definitions and the words and the this and the that is all falling away, brother. It's all falling away. But I received that love and light very kindly, brother. Very kindly. Congrats, Birdman. Amen, Riley, getting the job. Chuck's Roadhouse, just a restaurant. There you go, buds. Hey, that place gets popping. People love Chuck's Roadhouse. It's blowing up everywhere. Lorianne says, is that the Burnsy blender? It actually is not, Lorianne. I got this puppy when I was up in Canada here in the last year. So this isn't the same one. I think that Burnsy blender, that was the Burnsy blender was a Ninja. Not the best blenders, but they did the job. C-Mac is tuning in from Spain this time, Kurt. Little family vacation, very peaceful place, beautiful villa by the coast. Oh my goodness gracious, Cormac McKenna. It's so interesting to hear from people overseas where they go, not having to cross an ocean to warmer weather. You guys go to Spain. Wow, amazing. That sounds fantastic. Heard it gets really hot there with the whole global warming shit. I guess that's why you're there a little earlier in the summer. Lorian says he just says he's fighting his demons. I said we are here for him if he needs to talk. Beautiful, LA. Beautiful. Just holding space for him. That's all you can do, right? We all know that's all we can do. We are not here to heal, fix anybody. We are here to shine, our love and light as brightly as possible, to not let anything dim it, and just show up. Presence is everything. That is an absolute gift you gave him, LA. And LA, you really served as an extension of all of us right there. So thank you. Corey Cooper, a connection I discovered through this amazing love and light. Amen, Corey Cooper. You know how it is. You know how it works. This is the song me and Ben are going to play for our course, because our branding for our course is black and yellow.
You know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah. You know what it is. Black and yellow, black and black.
You know what it is. Everything the love and light do it big. You know how it is. The love and light can't be stopped. Corey said, I have to sign off soon to teach, but I can tell you here that it was amazing to return to the self and the body. So much love and light flowing through, and zero question that Shari is an incredible conduit of the love and light. Oh my goodness gracious. Get it going. Get it going. That is so beautiful. I don't think Shari's here yet to see that. I feel like I'm going to screenshot that so we can send it to her and put it in the group. Let me do Shift Command 4. Let's get a nice big peace and love picture I'm going to take of this chat right now. There we go. Let's go. I will just airdrop that. No, I'm going to airdrop it to make sure I save it. There we go. It's in the pictures, and then I can just put that in the group later. Amazing. Well, Corey Cooper, we're so glad you dropped in and just poured love and light into this community by giving thanks for someone else being a conduit for it. Look at you with your language. Look what your language is doing. It's bringing us all closer into remembrance of ourselves just by you speaking it. Like, fellow waves, the barrier of entry to the love and light is not there. It's the most low-hanging fruit. All you got to do is reach up and just take a bite. Corey Cooper's doing that, sharing the language. She's not saying Shari's just this great human and she does so good and, oh my God, she's put in so much work and she's awesome. She's going, no, what a conduit, what a channel for the love and light Shari is. That's how we speak here, fellow waves. That's how we speak our existence into reality, fellow waves. Amazing, amazing. Sharzy Wiz saw Milwaukee at the rave. Ooh, he's a guy that represents. He represents Pittsburgh, doesn't he? Guy's different. Dana, thanks, LA. Let him know to come hang in the room just so we can know we are one with him. Amen, Dana. Amen. CMAC, Cormac in Spain, our Scottish brother in Spain. Yeah, couldn't handle peak summer heat, especially since I'm ginger, LOL. Yeah, very lucky to get to the travel Europe without having 12+ hour flights. However, I would swap places with love to play in hockey in Canada. I see what you're saying, brother. I see what you're saying. Well, hey, we're just making the most of the sandbox we've been put in, eh? Just vibing. I love it, brother. What do we got out here? Okay, in TikTok. Okay, that Spain comment made me crazy jealous. Right? Doesn't that sound amazing? A villa by the sea. Nick, where are streaming from today, brother? In the office here at Owen Sound, and we are streaming through StreamYard onto Kick, Instagram, YouTube, X, Facebook, and you're on TikTok over here. But the best place to watch is definitely over here. This is definitely where I pay most attention. I just want to get you fellow waves that we can cast the widest net to TikTok and bring you all in. And that's why you're here, right? Throughout the live. This is why we're talking. So, but the best place is to come over here. Connor, Wiz is an animal, does a ton of MMA training, all burning the kush. He sure does. He eats very clean too. He's on a spiritual journey if I've ever seen it. Very unique, as are we all. Good day. Namaste, Linz. Servus, guten something. I'm learning slowly, but namaste, soul sister. We are one. Linz, hello. Hi, Linz. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, okay. Checked in on the Instagram. We got Holtz18. Namaste. We are one. He says, Curdy, what's up, brother? How's it going? You know how it is, brother. You know how it is. Hanging in the love and light. Drinking this absolutely unspeakably delicious present moment in, literally. Dana, guten Nacht. Amen. Okay, so I want to get to Birdman, our Birdman Riley out in Kingston. I want to get to what he said because I think I know what you're talking about, brother. You said, I sent you a cool DM about how the mind took away this NBA player's back pain just by going to a focus and mind coach. So I've been seeing this lately in my algorithm as well. It's spiritually minded folks coming into traditionally non-spiritual spaces, but dressing it up in the language that reaches people. That's literally what me and Ben are doing with this course we're building, okay? The example I saw was Luka Doncic and then extension Kobe and LeBron. So I'll start with Doncic. So Doncic, amazing player, going through a lot off the court this season and on the court, okay? Literally just lighting the world on fire, scoring for the Lakers. But off the court, his wife, they divorced. She took his kids back to their country, Slovenia, I think. And he hadn't seen them for a while. She's trying to take custody. It seems like a very messed up situation. Not like a Vander Kane and his wife's situation, but pretty not ideal. Seemed like she might be trying to sue him to get a lot of money. He put all the money in his mother's name, so she can't get it. It's causing a lot of stuff. So he's playing so much and so well, but then he was getting these injuries. He tore his hamstring just like running weird. And these people are trying to make a point that these physical injuries are get stored in the body as trauma from emotional blockages, from stress off the court. You know, they work these guys' meat monkey spacesuits so much, but they neglect the mental side and the family side. And he could be doing the work. We don't know. I'm just talking about these people's perspective. I don't know his life, of course. But you extend that to LeBron. I think I saw another guy make a video about LeBron and Kobe. And it's like people idolize Kobe as this crazy Mamba mentality mindset and all this. And they kind of overlook LeBron. Well, it's like people just love the pain. They want to hear the grit and the grind and the extremism of a Kobe who went through stuff off the court. Then he switched in, and with George Mumford, his mindset meditation coach, created this alter ego, the Mamba mentality. And he was all about like extremism and perfectionism and pushing harder than anybody. But it just broke his body down. Like they showed a list of all his injuries, insane amount of injuries, because he was just grinding himself to a pulp. And then you look at LeBron. You know, Kobe was all super intense in his media and like, I'm this, and he's like the Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan intensity. And LeBron's over here like dancing in warm up, saying, I'm a basketball player, but there's way more important things in life. It's always been bigger than basketball. I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a husband, I'm a brother, I'm a friend. Now there's, you know, things that come in with, you know, luck and all blah, blah, blah. Yeah. LeBron's barely got hurt. He's never had a scandal off the court. He puts in millions of dollars to take care of his body. He has fun like he's a kid still. Kobe Bryant could have never been playing to this age with all the abuse his body took, because he was storing all that. He was running on pain. He was running on perfection. He was running on anger. And I did that. And it always runs out. Because it's illusory. It's not real. It's love and light painted like anger. LeBron's out here playing with love and light in his own shape and form of it. And people call him corny. People call him this. People call him that. He's a pass first guy. He's always been about his family. And then he plays basketball. Yeah. Does he have the chosen one tattooed across his back? Well, he kind of is. Did he not live up to it? So it's very, very cool shit. And it's something I'm very much into. And I'm telling you, there's no such thing as disease. It is dis-ease, not good feelings in the body, dis-ease in the body that we hold on to. And when you process that and you get out of the way, the body just falls into its natural rhythm, as one of these masters says. It's just when the mind starts getting in the way, the body falls into its natural rhythm, and all these things heal. Whether it's Lisa Jude's condition she had, whether it was my tendinopathy in my elbows, my disorder of bipolar, whatever it is, it's all a label. It's all a story we're believing, whether you like it or not. Riley's coming in. Oh, let's see what everybody else is saying. Riley says Kobe would look for a gym that's open right as soon as they landed in away games. Yeah, and LeBron apparently goes just as hard too, but he does it in like a different frame. It doesn't enter from intensity and pain and anger and perfection. It comes from play and joy and passion, I think, you know? And I'm not shitting on Kobe. I just think there's different ways to do things. Riley, I have a theory he makes smoothies in his room. Are you talking about me? I do. Right over there, the blender's down there, because at night there's people doing therapy down there, and I walked around and asked, hey, can I run my blender? Is that okay? Tonight there's nobody here, so I could have the door open when I did it. But I do make them down here. Mm-hmm. Dana, he said that means the world to him. Brandon said that means the world to him. That's amazing. What is in the smoothie, Kurt, says Cormac. What is in the smoothie? In the smoothie today is 4 frozen bananas and 8 golden delicious apples. And my goodness, are they delicious. On TikTok, I got Scotty Barnes mentality, LOL. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Scotty Barnes has a great mentality. That's exactly the mentality I'm talking about, brother. That guy has fucking fun, but he goes hard as shit. When you're able to go hard, that's one thing. But I tell you, you can go infinitely harder for longer on the love and light over pain, over intensity. Bird Packy. Riley, mine was a guy, MPJ, played in the NBA for 10 years. Oh, yeah, Michael Porter Jr. I did see that post, brother. I did see that post. Yep, I saw that post. Nobody could heal his back. He tried all these different things, but then he got really into his spirituality, and the body stopped keeping the score and holding on to that. Cormac says, PSG's Hakimi done the same, put all his money in his mother's name, and his wife tried to divorce him for the money. He must have been so thankful for trusting his mother's intuition, I'm sure you're meaning. Amen. A lot of athletes do it. It's very, very smart. Cormac said, did you see the stat about how LeBron played against a starter roster that were not born when LeBron entered the league? Crazy career. It's you. I don't know how you can shit on LeBron. If you shit on LeBron in any way, you're just jealous or envious. Gotta say it. LeBron treats it like pickup on the streets. Kobe would want to be the greatest of all time. Yeah, and who actually ended up being the greatest of all time? Sure as hell wasn't Kobe. It's LeBron. Sharzy, how many mushrooms in the smoothie? No mushrooms tonight, brother. No mushrooms tonight. Kobe always wanted to be the greatest of all time with no rest. Yep, and that's why he got hurt and wasn't the greatest. Dana, Yager is a great example of a guy who did the work and playing was just fun to him. Amen, Big D. Great hockey tie-in there. So true. So true. Just didn't do it because he had to, because he needed to, because he had to get something. He did it out of celebratory love. Celebratory love, light, and joy. Connor still thinks MJ is the greatest. There's no fucking chance. There is no fucking chance that MJ is the best basketball player of all time. Corey Cooper, I don't want to speak for Shari, but you and I were talking about how it might be helpful to curate / keep a list of all the resources people are finding and sharing. Together we find more than we find on our own. Corey Cooper, you're getting this thing going tonight. The love and light's just pouring through you. Would you like to admin that group? I'm kind of adminning multiple groups and stuff, so it would be great if somebody could admin a resource list group. That'd be powerful. Riley, I heard Yager team was going to fold if he didn't play. Yeah, because he owns the team. Oh, wait, he owns the team, but they were going to fold if he didn't play? How's that work? Because they don't get enough fans, maybe? Ben Laguerre, namaste, brother. We are one. Namaste to you out there in Nova Scotia, out east. Riley, can this guy get $5? You talking about, what are you talking about, $5? What do you mean? What do you mean? Welcome in, Alex Ferryman, Krista, Ashton, Vienna, bunch of different people coming in Instagram. Who do we got hanging out in Talkland? We got somebody here, but it's not coming up in the thing. It says somebody's in there, no? Corey says, I'd be more than happy to once I have a bit more time on my hands. Perhaps a few of us could share it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Many hands make light work. That's what my Granny Hutton used to say. That sounds great to me. Hey, Shari, namaste, fellow wave. Yes, Corey. Hi, everyone. I will check in later. Going into a session. Sorry to miss this. No apologies at all. You're going into a session in service of love and light. You kidding me? Go do your thing. Go do your thing. Oh, Holtz in Instagram says, what is the app that everyone's on in this group thing you're all part of? Genuinely curious what it's all about. Namaste. Holtz 18. Holtz 18 is feeling the love and light. Yes, you are. That's what that is. Brother, we have a WhatsApp community. It is free. We have over 100 members. We have a former NHLer in Cody Bass. I think we're going to have another pro hockey player soon. I was talking to him today. But if you go to my Instagram story, it's there linked. It's in my highlights linked. That's our WhatsApp community. But on here, where my main focus is for streaming is Kick. So I have a platform, StreamYard, that allows me to stream through it to Kick, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and X. And then I have TikTok over here. But I primarily focus on on Kick, where we have 104 subscribers now, which is awesome. How many people got in here currently? 11 people watching over here. And this is where we really hang out and send lots of messages. But the community is where we keep in touch in this present now moment all the time. So you are more than welcome to join, brother. All you got to do to go to Kick is easy login. It's free. Make an account. Boom, you're in. It's that simple. And then just join our group when you can. And if you do join our group, I highly encourage you to share who you are, where you're from, why you're joining, and you will get met with so much love and light. Sharzy said, I watched a rookie LeBron carry the Cavs against the Bulls. He's a great basketball player of this decade, but you can't compare generational talent. I agree. Fair enough, Sharzy. Fair enough. I'm comfortable with saying LeBron's the best of his era. MJ was the best of his era. But I'm also comfortable just saying, regardless of era, for me, I like having the big debate. I know it doesn't really make sense, but it's fun. And I think it just is fun to see how people think alike or different than you. I just can't see how LeBron's not the best ever. Now, do I think Wembanyama is going to supplant LeBron? I think that's a very realistic possibility. But I'm worried about his body type and stuff. Injuries could happen, but he just takes so much good care of it. He goes to freaking Shaolin Buddhist temples to train in the off season, shaves his head. Like, I think he's going to figure it out. I think he's cut from the same cloth. Shari, I was thinking when anyone posts in a chat, they copy the other resource chat. Yeah, that sounds like it was something we could do for sure. Shari wants to help support. Perfect. Lorianne says, Cody Bass podcast was amazing. Namaste, fellow wave. Wasn't it, Lorianne? Oh, it's so nice to hear some feedback from you all. Wasn't it? It was like, I love the Thorbs and Pelusa ones. Don't get me wrong. But that Basser one, it was maybe the 5th one I recorded, but we moved it up to 4. Fuck, was it good? Or 3? It was so good. He was because he's done the work on himself, clearly, right? So other people meet them where they're at, but when somebody's done some more work, they can be more vulnerable. Wasn't it powerful? Oh, I gained a brother in that chat. I really love him. And there's a reason why he's the one that joined the WhatsApp community after it, Lorianne. Like, he felt the energy. He felt the love and light. McNabb, 1-game suspension, says Riley, and McAvoy, 6-game suspension for the axe chop. Really? So McAvoy got 6 games going into next year. Wow. I didn't even see that one. McAvoy chop. I know everybody else sounds like they've seen it, so. Of course, Schaefer won. Yeah, unanimous. Rookie of the year. McAvoy's got a mean streak in him. There's no doubt about it. Where is this here? Where's the axe chop? I think I'm spelling his name wrong. That's why. McAvoy. See this thing. Oh, that was dirty slew foot he did on somebody there. Charlie Lawrence has had 6 games for slashing Zach Benson. So he definitely did. Benson definitely did a slew foot the way Charlie McAvoy does it to people in that earlier in the game. Let's see the chop now. Oh, come on. I feel like that was, I'm not saying it wasn't bad. That's bad. But it's to his body. I don't know. I didn't think that needed 6. I think that could have been 2 personally. I think that could have been 2 games personally. My experience, says Dana, is most of the players I was around who treated the game as fun and never seemed to be what I would say as super intense off the ice lasted the longest. Kessel, Yandel, and Doan, etc. Many more all guys who played a long time were the most fun. Love and light proof from Big D. Isn't that the truth? Gosh, it's so obvious. And you wonder why I didn't last, fellow waves. Does that tell you anything about who I was when I was playing? I was definitely more Kobe than LeBron, I'll tell you that. Not in ability, in mentality. User 40,520. User, how does your spirituality carry you past real problems, addiction, self-worth problems, etc.? Wow. That's a hell of a question. That is a huge question, fellow waves. Everybody hear that? User coming in off the top rope. First of all, namaste, fellow wave. Hope you're feeling the love and light in this moment that's permeating everything. How does your spirituality carry you past real problems, addiction, self-worth problems, etc.? How doesn't it is the true question, because there isn't a way it doesn't. You seem like the type of guy to ask these questions. Brother, I'm not getting mad at you at all. I'm just kind of in shock of like, wow, we could do a whole stream on this. If I had known, I could have broken down a whole damn presentation. I absolutely love the question. I'm not shitting on you all. I'm just like, I'm loving it. Like, thank you. How does your spirituality carry you past real problems, addiction, self-worth problems, etc.? My goodness. Where do I want to go with this? I don't choose where it goes. It just comes through. So let's just find out. How spirituality helps with real problems? The way I would answer that, as we all learn best from stories and analogies, parables like in the Bible, I would say this. How does an 8th grade student get better on their math test after they failed the first time? Anybody take a stab at that easy question? How does the 8th grader who failed their math test and they're struggling with? Practice, brother. That's it, baby. That's it. How does the NHL hockey player get to the NHL? How does the lanky giraffe that can't skate, that never played high-level hockey really, fight his way to the NHL? Take all the other stuff. It's practice. Talk about practice. That's why spirituality is a practice. And what are you practicing? Remembering who you really are, who we all really are. And then what does that 8th grader acquire through practice that allows them to pass the test? They have a higher understanding. They don't just memorize the equations and then repeat them and then move on. To truly improve at something, you have to become it. Let's Talk Hockey says, believe in yourself, work hard, never give up on yourself. Amen. User, the same way you wake up this morning, you were always that person. Is that the understanding? The same way you wake up this morning, you were always that person. Is that the understanding? I mean, that's one way to put it, yeah. But like, I can sit here and say, till the cows come home to everybody, right? Lorianne, knowledge, that's it. Gnosis. So let me share my screen. There's a difference. Gnosis is a very specific word here. Definition of gnosis. Gnosis is a Greek noun meaning knowledge or awareness, specifically referring to direct, intuitive, and experiential knowledge of spiritual truths rather than intellectual or rational understanding. Often associated with ancient Gnosticism, it represents esoteric insight into the divine, the self, and the nature of reality. That's what it is. So it's not just knowledge. It's not just understanding. It's gnosis. It's embodied wisdom is what it's all about. And how do you acquire that? You practice. Because I can sit here and say, namaste, we are one. We're all waves in this ocean of consciousness, whether you know or not. That can just be an intellectual understanding. And it has to start as an intellectual understanding. But then you practice, not just intellectually grasping it loosely, you step into being it. So how does spirituality help with real problems? The truest answer is it transcends problems. Like, problems cease to exist the way that darkness ceases to exist before you go into a room and flip the switch of light on. Was there ever any darkness in that room? No. The gnosis is understanding, and we all are at the level where we can understand this. When you go to a dark room and flip the switch, the darkness didn't disappear. It ceased to ever have been there. It didn't evaporate. That would mean something was there and then it's gone. It was never there. It was just an absence of the light. So gnosis is embodying the love and light as yourself. And how does it deal with real problems? It doesn't even eliminate the problems. That's too much. Here I did. Eliminating the problem with being like lights canceling out darkness. There's no such thing as darkness. There's only an absence of light. So spirituality, how does it deal with your real world problems? It shows you that there are no problems. That any problem you think you have is a story you are believing. Believing. And belief, the root word of belief actually means wishing. So we're all wishing a story to be true. I wish that I'm Curtis James Robert Gabriel that wants to do this and play here and I have hopes and dreams, a bucket list. It's a wish. There's no concrete evidence there. What a fucking question. User. I'll tell you right now, fellow waves. This is to have the gnosis is so much more fun than playing in the NHL. Sitting here talking to you about the gnosis, it can't even hold a candle to scoring my second NHL goal, which used to be my peak moment of my life. User, you are so welcome. Thanks for the great question, brother. You said thanks for the great answer. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Did you like playing for the Leafs as a different user? I sure was pretty intoxicated. I was drunk on being with the Leafs for a little bit. Okay, I'm going to come back to those questions. I want to finish up this little conversation about this. That's like, how do you get to play Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice. Amen, Dana. Not being inside a cell phone screen. Amen, as much as I see. Umi, who's Umi35? Namaste, Umi. We are one. I'm heading to the beach here in just a few short weeks, looking to have some meditation in the morning to relieve stress from work and life while sitting on the hotel balcony while the sun rises over the ocean. Never meditated before. What's the best practices for mind-clearing meditation? Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Okay. Everybody tune the fuck in right now hard. If you're doing something in the background, if your attention split, just listen to this very quickly. Okay? The goal of meditation is not to stop the thoughts or clear your mind. Everybody say it out loud back to me over there. Everybody type it into the chat or say it out loud. Have your dog looking at you like, what the fuck are you saying? Meditation, the goal is not to clear your mind. You not only is not the goal to clear your mind of thoughts, you cannot clear your mind of thoughts. If you fight the thoughts, you lose. If you fight your mind, you lose. You can't beat your mind. So the great question, Umi, and I love what you want to do and you want to start meditating when you get down there. I say start meditating now before you get down there. But there are no best practices for clearing your mind. Your mind is like clouds. Would you ever be able to clear the sky of clouds? Sometimes there's clouds, sometimes there's not. Do you have any influence on that? Fuck no. It's a process. It's a part of nature. It's a movement that is inevitable. That is your mind. So there is no clearing your mind. There's none. You can't do it. So then, if you're saying, what am I supposed to do then? What are we talking about with meditation? On this level where I'm talking to you, first I'll say you're supposed to be okay with whatever comes up in your mind. That's layer one. That's where most of us are. So you're not trying to clear your mind. You should never, ever say, hey, what'd you do this morning? Oh, I had a bad meditation. Nope, wrong. Fighting your mind, you lose. Lose that round. It's part of your learning. It's part of data collection. You say, how was your morning? Said, I was very aware that my mind was busy in my meditation, and that's growth. It didn't feel like fun, but I just sat with it because I know I'm not trying to turn it off because I can't. Trying to turn off the mind's like trying to stop a river flowing, trying to swim upstream. You lose every time. You just have to let go and be okay with what comes up. But then the deeper layer, how you truly clear the mind, is you find out who is having thoughts. And that's where it starts to get very, very deep. Namaste, Brendan Zen. He's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. We are one. I heard you were talking to LA today. She sent you love and light from all of us. So beautiful. Jesse's in the house too. Namaste, Jesse, brother. We are one. Look at the brothers coming in. Welcome in, Brendan says, Sherzy. Amen. Amen. Let's go. Let's go. Blessed by this community, says Brendan Zen. Namaste, brother. I appreciate you. Oh, look at Dana. This is like the Stanley Cup today for you in love and light, Gabriel. Amen, brother. You know, I just want to go to the deepest. I want to take you all, just strap you up in a freaking straitjacket and just drag you to the deepest part of the ocean. Every fucking stream. That's what obviously that's what I love, because I'll keep taking you down there and we keep sitting in the depth together. What will you start doing? You'll start embodying gnosis. You'll start being the practice. That's kind of a nice visual. I like that. Dragging all of us to the deepest part of the ocean. We're all dragging each other to the deepest part of the ocean, the deepest part of Mariana's Trench, to remember who we are. And the more we keep returning to that deepest part of the ocean where the pressure's so strong that every square inch, I think at even like the third level down, like not even the deepest part. I think I saw a video the other day that every square inch, the pressure is equivalent to 16 elephants sitting on that 1 square inch. So we're just bringing each other into the depths of the ocean, every stream farther and farther, and getting more conditioned to the pressure of the paradox, of the understanding to hold the love with the light and the darkness with the pain and the pleasure with the joy. We have to be able to just sit with all of it. And we go up for air and take a breath. And then we come down to the depth of ocean and we battle the pressure again. That's what we're all doing with each other. That's beautiful. Dana says, when I go to the beach, I love to listen to the waves and the birds, feel the breeze is my happy place. That's meditation. That's it, Dana. That's sitting there and being like, look, it's like, so Umi was saying, I'm going to sit on the balcony and meditate and try to clear my mind. That's sitting on the balcony and basically saying, I don't like what's present. But when we go to the beach and we put our feet in the sand and then we meditate and listen to the birds and the waves, your mind's saying, I like what is present. And then it's okay with that. You see, it's all what your mind's believing. But that is ultimately meditation, just being okay with what is. Corey Cooper says to Brenda, namaste, we are one. You've been in our hearts. Amen. He has. Cormac, been practicing on focusing on one task while completing it without my mind jumping to the next. Would you label that as fighting your mind cart? No. That is not fighting the mind. That is beautiful, Cormac. That is a form of meditation. Ultimately, meditation is being just okay with what is. If that means focusing on one task only, that's what you're doing. You're okay with what one task. Meditation is either narrowing your focus to be okay with what is, or broadening your focus to be with okay what it is. There's two different ways you do that, right? So one is focusing on your breath, looking at a candle, a spot in the wall, focusing on one task, whatever it is. It's narrowing your focus to one thing, or you broaden it. Instead of focusing on one thing, like a magnifying glass, pointing the love and light at one thing in specific, you instead invert it and you refract that love and light and you be expansive and you try to be the sky and let everything come and go, clouds, birds, whatever. And we're just walking each other home. That's it, Corey Cooper, walking each other back. Thank you so much. It means the world, Corey Cooper. Amazing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Tuned in, bro. User, let's go. Your mind is a powerful thing, and sometimes it can get to you. It did to me as a teen. Oh, let's talk hockey. Did it ever get to me as a teen, brother? Oh, I didn't have a single year of my teens that wasn't absolutely just fighting my mind. I didn't even know I was fighting it back then. So I'm with you there. Zutz, namaste. We are one. Take us behind the scenes of one of those hearings you've had with the Department of Player Safety. Well, I only had one. It was as simple as this. Ray Shero was the GM of the New Jersey Devils after I hit Nolan Patrick, called me, said, hey, you got a hearing with George on this time. They're going to call you. I'll be on the call too. I'm like, all right. I thought Nolan Patrick was going to get a hearing too. So I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll get a game or two. He'll get 4. I get on the call, still assuming that, and it's me, Ray Shero, and George Peros. I was at the hotel in Minnesota, and I didn't get to play against the Minnesota Wild again. It sucked. But he just said, Curtis, like, obviously a hockey play gone wrong. No, you probably didn't mean to. You want to take us through it? I take him through it. My remorse, the build up to it, that Radko Gudas didn't want to fight, so I was really pissed off. I'm trying to stay in the league. I got too horny, and I regret it. Okay, well, I appreciate that honesty. I appreciate the remorse. Could have given you more, but we're going to give you 2. So he liked, it's really your attitude, your mentality, your intention, how you show up in the call. I think that matters a lot too. I wasn't arguing. I was accepting and taking it. I'm playing my role in that situation. But then I get off the call and it's done. I get my 2 games. And then I'm like, so Shero is like, what did Patrick get? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, isn't he getting more than me? He fucking elbowed me in the head behind the play. It wasn't a hockey play. It was intent to injure. He's like, no, he didn't give it a hearing. I was like, sorry, what? He didn't get a fucking hearing? If I had known that before I went on the call, George Peros, I would have had 20 game suspension. I would have fucking lost my mind. Bicky, namaste, Bicky. Namaste from Montreal. Welcome in. User, bro, your advice can simply go to anyone. The simple reason I asked you these questions, brother. I appreciate you, bro. That's it. That's it, man. As soon as one person comes in and asks any question in his interest in the love and light, it will automatically give more to other people than the one person who asked the question. It'll always reach so many more people. That's what's so beautiful about this. It always amplifies. The love and light never diminishes. It only amplifies. Definitely appreciate the content. I appreciate you here, fellow Wave. Every single person that's directing their consciousness onto the stream amplifies the love and light. Cormac says, it's helped me avoid overthinking and being overwhelmed and then just giving up on all tasks that needs to be done on the day. It's helped me avoid overthinking and being overwhelmed and then just giving up on all tasks that need to be done on the day. Yeah, because it gets overwhelming, right? We all have an endless to-do list of things to do. And then when we knock off 4, there's like 8 more. That's with my life, with the love and light that's pouring through. I'm finishing a book, doing a podcast, the love and light stream, social content, building a course. Like that's just like those things. There's so many things to do. And I just know that what's for me can't miss me. Talk about spirituality, helping you transcend real problems. Talk about overthinking. Why do I have to overthink when what's for me can't miss me? What's the point of overthinking when literally what's for me can't miss me? There's no FOMO for me. There's no such thing as fear of missing out. I used to struggle with that so much. Oh my God, I'm doing this, but I want to do this. I want to do this. I don't want to do anything. You want to talk about peace? There's no goals. There's no bucket list. There's nothing to do. It's already done. Oh, that's why there's no fucking stress. Sharzy, I would have called Peros back, brother. I wanted to, believe me. Jesse, did you see McAvoy's 6 games sussy, and do you agree with it? I always said that complaining about the league being rigged or against one team is stupid, but Gudas getting 5 games and McAvoy getting 6 are not after not hurting Benson. He must have been yelling slurs during his hearing. Jesse, before you came on, I think I talked about this briefly. I got to agree, man. I watched that slash. I thought it was an axe chop to his head to get 6 games. It was to his chest, and it barely touched him. It didn't even land hard on him, and he got 6, whereas Gudas gets 5. Peros, at this point, like, why is he still doing that job? Corey Cooper, love and light, y'all. Got a jet. Big love. Namaste, Corey Cooper. I love you so much. I'm sure George is a fantastic guy, but like, what's going on there? But yes, Corey Cooper, thank you so much for bringing your love and light tonight. I hope you have a great time teaching. We love you so much, fellow Wave. We love you. Thank you for being conduit of love and light. But Peros, I'm sure he's a great guy. But I don't know about this. Why didn't you free will is a beautiful thing. Do you mean free willy or something? I don't know what you're talking about there, Sharzy. Paris is the smartest dumb person in the NHL. Jesse, also Mackin's brutal slash on Dalian got 5 as far as I know, right? Yeah, that one was definitely worse. I agree. Jesse, I think it's absolute garbage call. Garbage suspension. User, the ascension past the hockey content is clear, brother. Keep doing your goal path. Hey, brother, I appreciate you. It's all part of the journey, my man. It's all part of the journey. The Love and Light even has changed my book even more recently. It's leaning more into just the real world journey, and we'll get to the spiritual later, man. I'm just setting the table to reach as many fellow waves as possible. That's all the Love and Light's trying to do. It's trying to download Gnosis to as many of its Love and Light children. Dana, I think the player safety department is overacting since they blew the Gudis hearing. That kind of makes sense, Dana, but doesn't overreacting and overblowing it even make them look worse? Like they're trying to cover a bullet hole with a Band-Aid here. Calling another one, giving 6 to McAvoy when they're overblowing it because the Gudis is like, they should have just come out and said, own it. You always got to own it. Wait till you see what I had to own in my book, people. You got to come out and own it. You can only make something worse in life and our spiritual journey. You can only make something worse. You just have to accept what is. Do you know what the definition of what we call happiness is? The definition of happiness is not getting what we want. The definition of happiness is the absence of resistance to what is. That's why nobody can find it. Because everybody's running around, and this society, especially today's day and age, condition us to go find it. It's never not been the starting point. Every fucking spiritual teaching, every deep wisdom book says the same thing. You go out in the world to find what you're looking for, and you end up right back where you came from. Treasure's always underneath your feet. People go to India to get enlightened or meet a guru. They take every single problem they've ever had with them, and they bring it back. You are what you seek, fellow waves. Oh my God, EQ Stumps. Is that Trevor Caston Gay, the Love and Light fucking assistant or equipment trader of the attack? Holy fuck, bro. He made a kick, people. That's got to be Stumpy. Namaste, brother. We are one. He was missing on that Love and Light on Instagram. He's got to kid him under to the kick chat. Let's go. Let's go, brother. I love it. I love it. Fuck, it's beautiful. Sharzy, free will is the capacity for agents to choose between different possible courses of action, exercise control of their behavior, and act as the ultimate source of their actions. Whoa, where the hell did that come from? That's fire. Sharzy, where did that come from? Cormac, are you going to tune into the Much of the World Cup this summer? Going to be a riot in Scotland. First World Cup for years, and the games are at 2 a.m. our time. Oh, God, that's going to be a riot over there. I mean, if Italy made the fucking World Cup, they would have been playing like Bosnia in Toronto, and that would have burned down Toronto, and I would have gone down just to take in the love and light and all the energy, but they didn't even fucking make it again. So I probably won't be too much, to be honest, Cormac. Maybe I'll watch Scotland, though, with Mom. Curtis, when does your book come out? I could use some solid summer reading material. Well, brother, it'll be near the end of the summer, June 29th. So still actually kind of midsummer, right? June 29th, a couple days before for the Canada Day and July 4th. And I'm planning on a book launch event, so stay tuned for that. I'm finalizing things now. Even though the hockey content is great also. Thank you so much, user. Appreciate you, brother. It's got to be kind of good, right, to bring the folks in. Stumps was feeling lonely over on Insta. Had to make a kick. LOL. Yes, Stumpy. Yes. See how easy it was? So easy to jump in and make an easy, quick kick. It is lonely over there on Instagram. Barely ever get over here. Oh, you even said something over here and I didn't see it. I'm sorry, brother. You were lonely over there. My bad, brother. That's how it works. I don't pay attention as much. This is where the real cool kids hang out. Sharzy, the free will to call Paris back and chew him a new ass. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Well, Sharzy, that's a really big topic. And I don't think the chat's ready for that one, the free will chat. I don't know if we want to go there. Lisa Jude, hey, Trevor, glad to have you here. Amen. Season ticket holder here, LOL, says Lisa Jude. Yep, we got Lisa and Lynn's Murdoch over there. And Stumpy, what are you thinking about the new ownership and the possible change to the grays? Lynn's, our attack reporter for our 11 night stream, reported on that yesterday. And I'm thinking, I love the new logo. The grays look awesome. I think it's great. But why not combine it? Why not go the Owen Sound grays, but keep the Bear logo, just make it gray and black and white, like the third jerseys we wanted to have for the attack anyway. Just remove the Owen Sound attack, make it Owen Sound grays, like gray grizzly bears. That's what I'm fucking talking about. That's what I want to see. That's my vote. Stumps, are you just writing the final chapter for the book where you buy the attack? Brother, hey, if the Love and Light wants to bring that much material in abundance that I would. Fuck yeah, I would. Snoozy Oozy, wish I could get you here to have a talk in person. It's been a struggle. You're very motivational. Holy shit, Snoozy Oozy getting vulnerable. Who is Snoozy Oozy? I fucking love the name. We are one. Namaste, Snoozy Oozy. What is your real name? Other than we can just call you the Snooze. I don't know. The Ooze. I like it. But you're saying, I wish I could get you here to have a talk in person. It's been a struggle. You're very motivational. Snoozy Oozy, do you want to do the next best thing and come on the stream right now? Send me your email. I'll just send you the link. And you can just come on the stream. We can talk right now. Totally up to you, brother, sister, whoever you are. Curtis, I wish I could message you privately. I'm going through something called agoraphobia. I'm in Ontario. Brother, our brother Ben, who comes on the stream Sundays and Tuesdays, he's here last night. He had agoraphobia. That's the fear of going outside, right? Is an anxiety disorder characterized by an intense fear of situations where escape might be difficult or help unavailable, often leading to avoidance of public spaces, crowds, or being alone. It's frequently linked to panic disorder with severe cases causing individuals to become housebound. That's treatment often involves cognitive behavioral therapy medication. That's what Ben had. He did a whole stream about it. Brother. I totally know it. He shared a lot about it. Dana, I better get a job, Gabriel, mostly where I just get to hang out. Hey, Dana, you'd have a fucking job on the team to hang out. No doubt about it, brother. I think that'd be the least we could do. If I owned the damn attack. Funny enough, you know who I was emailing the other day, fellow waves? Kyle fucking Dubas. And talking back and forth about my book passage where he's in it. I got to be honest, that guy might be the most impressive human in a Me Monkey spacesuit. Yeah, that's what I'll say for now. But I basically gave him props too. I'm like, dude, I really hope you do well. It seems like you're getting more autonomy in Pittsburgh. It seems like you make the decisions you want. I always joke that people say I should go into coaching. I said I never would coach or GM or president if I didn't own the damn team and I could call the shots. There's no way. There's no way. There'd be no MLSC problem for me. If I ran the Toronto Maple Leafs, I'd put in my vision. If it didn't work, all the blame would go on me and they could try with somebody else. There'd be no weird voting on decisions. It would just be, this is what it is. If it don't work, fire me. But don't fire me because I'm the owner. I would try first. Put it that way. I would try first if I bought the Leafs or any team. I would try first to do what I believed in my vision. When that failed, I'd be like, okay, clearly I'm not cut out for this. Wasn't supposed to be. Then I'd hire the next person and get out of the way and let them make all decisions. But as we know, fellow waves, absolute power corrupts absolutely. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. So who knows? Snoozy Oozy says, a bit too nervous going on stream. I think I'll throw you a message on Twitter. You're talking about Owen Sound and I'm right around the corner. Holy shit, brother. Well, Snoozy Oozy, I got to be honest, brother. Okay? Or sister, whoever you are in your Meat Monkey spacesuit. I'm not really in the place to be working one-on-one with people. I've actually offered that to some people and it hasn't been able to even work at times. So it hasn't been a called in thing. So the stream and the community are really where we can do that, you know? If I just went and tried to help everybody who reached out to me in a one-on-one setting, there would be no Love and Light stream. There would be no content. There would be no book. There would be no anything coming. So I've learned that what's for me can't miss me. And just like making it to high-level hockey, there was sacrifice involved. There's sacrifice with this, but there's not, because nothing that's for me can't miss you. There's really no sacrifice. It can seem like sacrifice, but basically, if you spread, well, the Love and Light is limitless, but it is living through a meat monkey spacesuit that has somewhat of limitation. If you spread that Love and Light too thin, you don't penetrate anywhere. So maybe if I can kind of prepare myself a bit next stream, I can come on. I appreciate the total transparency. Yeah, I am. There's nobody here to not be transparent. So, but if you'd like Snoozy Oozy, like, let's talk right now, brother or sister. Get those fingers typing like you are in the kick, and let's go over some basics. We can go over some basics. We're on the stream for a reason. This is what we do while we're on the stream. That's why I'm willing to have you on and talk to you. And if you want to build up your, assurance to do that next time or something, that's fine. But yeah, to do the one-on-one all the time, I'd have to start taking money, because that's an energy exchange, right? I'm definitely not in the place to be like a Gandhi or like a teacher that has all the money and can just do everything for free. Like I have to cultivate offerings to have money to come in to run the spiritual community for free. Because if money don't come in, where is it going to come from, right? And then once this Love and Light community is so aligned that anybody that comes across, it's like, this is the most clear Love and Light I've ever felt. That's what we're all a part of creating. Then down the road, these rich former hockey guys or hockey fans or whatever, or somebody's going to come in the stream. There might be somebody watching right now whose net worth's like 50 million or $1 billion. And they go, that's the philanthropy I want to do. That's real. That's how we're going to bring in Love and Light, by being the Love and Light, by being the abundance, right? Being the abundance we seek. So the more perfectly aligned we make, where we don't take one ad that's out of line. We don't do gambling ads. We don't do drinking ads. I'm not even doing like anything that's not I'm going, excuse me, I just burped, straight to the fucking authenticity of the Love and Light. And that's all we have to do. The rest will take care of itself. So good. It's so good. Sharzy, if you became an NHL GM, I want an AHL scouting opportunity. 100%, Sharzy. You're the Midwest scout. No doubt about it. Cormac. Gonna head out, Kurt. And the Love and Light community have been a blast. That piece you said about how things are meant for you, won't miss you, really resonated with me as I struggle with FOMO. Brother, I've struggled with so much FOMO in my life. Brother, that's one of our main things we talk about here. But dude, so happy to have you in here. Go enjoy Spain. I know it's probably late. Enjoy Spain and enjoy that peaceful vacation, my man. Jesse, how many more pairs after? No more pairs today, Jesse. I do have a good 8 more down there, though. I'll have probably 3 when I first wake up in the morning. I had 4 when I first woke up today, played tip-tee, ran a bit, and then I had 7 more. So I had 11 by 9:37 a.m. Snoozy Oozy said, "Oh, that was me. Appreciate the transparency." Dylan is my name. I have Canadian Tire money. Does that work? Oh, Snoozy Oozy's got a little bit of humor in him. Let's go. Namaste, Dylan. Appreciate you, brother. We are one. Canadian Tire money. Sounds good. It does look good. I always thought that was cool as a kid. Brandon, you may not have Gandhi, as you say, but this community you've created is a blessing in so many. That's it, brother. Well, that's the thing. Gandhi's just the name of the Love and Light in a certain meat monkey spacesuit. What I meant by him is saying he had like already so many resources behind him with money coming in to do a bunch of things, I'm sure. It's like the Love and Light community is not there yet. We're not out there freeing countries from oppression. But okay, I got to share this about Gandhi. Do you guys know this? My greatest influence teacher, Michael Singer, talked about this all the time. Okay. Do you know what happened to Gandhi? He got assassinated, right? Gandhi was so permeating Love and Light. And I know he had things that came out. He was supposedly racist and some that doesn't sound very Love and Light filled, but let's just focus on this part for this case, because I know there's been some stuff, but who knows if it's true, right? When he got shot, as he fell to the ground. So imagine you're just talking one day to reporters or whatever, and somebody just shoots you in the chest. Okay. Do any of us think we're at the consciousness level where as we fall to the ground, we pranam which means pray and forgive the man who shot us before we hit the ground. Gandhi literally called out God's name as he fell to the ground, forgiving that man who shot him. That's Gandhi's way of what Jesus did on the cross. Forgive them, Father. They do not know what they do. They know not what they do, right? That's ultimately the path of this path we're on, to remember who we are so that when shit like that goes down, you know, we sit in our thoughts, right? Maybe today when somebody woke up and meditated on the stream first thing this morning, they woke up and they're like, oh, my ass is itchy. And they're like scratching it as they meditate. And they're like, oh, shit, I'm not supposed to move. And they're like, oh, okay, whatever. I'll get back to focusing on my breath now. This guy got shot. And his mind didn't go to, oh, no, my meat monkey spacesuit. I'm in pain. I'm going to die. I'm going to cease to exist. He was like, Pranam, I love you, God. That's ultimately all this is. You want to talk about sitting with whatever happens? Pretty sure Gandhi was okay with what happened. That sounds like non-resistance in the face of getting shot in the damn chest and bleeding out. He was non-resisting that. You want to live in peace? You want to talk about peace? That's peace. Fuck me. Wow. So I heard that the first time. Like, I'm sure a lot of you are hearing it. And I was like, that's fucking bullshit. That's impossible. That guy could talk all he wants that he did that and he did that. And he probably just made it up. Gurus are bullshit, or teachers are this, and love and light both. Like, well, I'm telling you, it's all real. Every fucking thing is real. Sherzy's got the Central on lock. Only missing Texas and Manitoba to visit and catch a game. He knows this. He knows the Central, people. Jesse, do you think anyone on Colorado would fight McCarron? Josh Manson, for sure. Josh Manson would 100% fight McCarron. I think even Gabe Landeskog would fight him, even though it wouldn't go well with Landeskog. McCarron would know he's fighting Landeskog and be chucking with all his weight. But if he fought Manson, he wouldn't be as confident. Manson did a great job against Barron, and he really brought some teeth back into his game this year. So I'm liking what Manson's doing. What is that series at? 1-0 Wild right now. Marcus Johansson. 3 shots already and a goal. Colorado's leading 3-1, so this is back in Colorado, eh? Yep. Right, so they won the game before, right? Right, 5-2. Damn, okay. Okie dokie then. Sabres tied the series last night. Wow. Golden Knights up 3-2. Who scored an OT? Dorofiev. I didn't see that goal. Maybe I got to watch that goal.
Couldn't make contact. Eichel has it. Eichel looking across the barbershop. Deflection. Make contact. Eichel has it. Eichel looking across the barbershop. Deflection.
I hit that out of the air. That was nice. That was pretty nice. Well, Shen is tougher than McCarron, and Landy beat him, didn't he? Shen is tougher than McCarron, and Landy beat him, didn't he? Why are we talking about Shen? Shen's not in this series, is he? Shen's on Buffalo. You said, do you think McCarron, anyone in Colorado would fight McCarron? Well, Shen is tougher than McCarron, and Landy beat him, didn't he? Yeah, you're getting way in the weeds of this here. I don't know where Luke Shen came out of there. And yeah, I'm confused. Sherzy, 3-1 Colorado just shows superstars don't win playoffs in hockey. 3-1 Colorado just shows superstars don't win playoffs in hockey. I mean, doesn't Colorado have the big superstars? I know Quinn Hughes is lighting up, but kind of both have superstars, don't they? Dana, don't forget, one fight doesn't really reflect a career, especially when anyone can get a lucky one. That is very, very true, Dana. Very, very true, brother. Very, very true. Where'd Oozy Woozy go, or whatever the name was? Snoozy Oozy, where'd you go? Get talking here. Get typing. Get those fingers shit. Maybe you are typing. Maybe you're writing a whole narrative of what you got going on over there. Excuse me, but what you definitely should do is get into our WhatsApp community. That's the best place to tap in, and then get you meditating, brother. That's what we got to get you doing. Okay, like, look, at the end of the day, everybody can just live their own love and light journey, and I am not truly judging, but I just don't. I mean, I guess that she has so much money, and he probably is doing a lot of other good things. But like, do we need a $6.5 million watch? Like, hey, if that's what speaks to you, and the love and light speaking to you, and that's your path of data collection, you go for it. You go for it, Jay-Z. You go for it. I hope there's a lot of charitable giving behind that. You're a billionaire. I hope you're doing a lot of shit that we don't know about and stuff, because that is crazy. That could feed a lot of people. That could feed a lot of dream people dream food. That could make a lot of dream suffering be less suffering. That is wild. Wild. To do a lot with that for the love and light. Jesse, no, you said McCarron would beat Landy, and I said Braden Shen lost to Landy, but I think he's a good example of a player tougher than McCarron who Landy beat. Okay, wow. Okay, so Braden Shen lost to Landeskog. Okay. But I think he's a good example of a player tougher than McCarron who Landy beat. Shen is a player that's tougher than McCarron who Landy beat. McCarron shouldn't be getting beat by either of those two fucking guys with how big he is and the role he plays. And those two other guys are better hockey players than him. That shouldn't be happening, first of all. I had a lot of weird run-ins with McCarron. In the OHL, he wouldn't fight me because he said I sucked and I was a waste of his time. It's like, bro, you're the same player as me. He was a first-round pick of Montreal at the time, but he was supposed to be the same player as I was. But clearly he's better than me. I get that. But he's not better than me enough to not fight me. That's for sure. Not far, they don't leave the house, LOL. Not fair, they don't leave the house. Are you talking about Snoozy Oozy? Sharzy, they both have superstars, but Colorado has a solid bottom six, whereas Minnesota has went for bigger name players. Yeah, they're at an earlier point in their build, that's for sure. Sharzy, I see what you're saying. Sharzy, what time is there? Time is free. Why pay for a watch? I like that one, Sharzy. That's up my alley. I like that one. Lisa Jude, keep your eyes out there. Keep your eyes out for there is a guy here that looks like Jay-Z. Keep your eyes out there for there is a guy here that looks like Jay-Z. Who are you talking about, Lisa Jude? Who looks like Jay-Z? Jesse, I'm like 70% sure from memory that Landeskog beat Shen. Yeah, it's pretty high. It's decent. Linz, didn't believe until I saw it myself. Literally howled out loud in the car. Probably scared him. Oh, so Linz can verify that there's someone in Owen Sound that looks just like Jay-Z. We got a doppelganger? Some dude downtown. Really? Jay-Z and Owen Sound instead of Paris. Where's Kanye? He's living that hard knocks life in OS. Hey, it's a hard knocks life. You guys, Lisa and Linz, do you remember seeing that 7 foot tall, homeless, like 22-year-old that was walking around Owen Sound? And he died of like overdose? That's hard knock life living in Owen Sound. Oh, we have a whole bunch of messages here in TikTok that weren't loading. You want to rub tips again? Can we have our sword fight again? What is with all the sexual people trying to bait me lately? User, wow, your kick chat is more in depth than here, isn't it? Even as a community? Oh, user, way more in depth, brother. You got to get over to the kick stream, brother. This is where it's at. You asking those deep questions, you got to come over to Kick, brother. Very easy to make an account and set it up. Moffer, namaste, Moffer. We are one. Was playing pickup last night. My buddy was wearing your jersey from Hockey Helps the Homeless. Nice. That's really cool. Thanks for the share, brother. I appreciate that, Moffer. Wish I played with you guys in London. Oh, dude, I wish we played together too. but I hope you still had fun. My team was a blast. I'm not gonna lie, they were a lot of fun. User, you could have absolutely worked in hockey, bro. Never say never. As management, obviously, LOL. Past the playing career. Yes, thank you. Hey, at least you're not someone that keeps telling me. I'm getting a lot of messages lately. People think that because I'm posting all over online, they're like, yo, you should come back and play again. It's like, why do you think I'm posting online? Because I'm not playing. Like, what? I don't get it. You got Mini or Colorado tonight? I think Mini's going to win tonight. As a Habs fan, McCarron isn't much more skilled than anyone. He's really not. He really thought he was sick, man. Say less, will do. I'll join the kick. Let's go, user. And we want to know your name and not just have user in a random picture. We want to get to know you, brother. Olivia, namaste, Olivia. Welcome in, fellow wave. The tall guy, he used to lurk across the street from our house. Yeah, man, that's tough. Jay-Z has 99 problems, but not seeing Owen Sound ain't one. Amen, Dana. Dana's getting it going with the comments tonight. I love it, brother. Active in here. Oh, Aaron Barber was the 7-foot guy's name? Damn. I remember my brother like gave him food, offered him stuff. People would go up to him and offer him, and he's just like, yeah, I don't care. Like he just kind of wanted to check out of his Meat Monkey spacesuit, and he did. Jesse, how do you think Trennan is? He hasn't been in a lot of fights, but he's won the majority of them, and his fighting style with long orangutan arms is entertaining. He's only lost to Lad Chara Gadjevich. Brother, he's tough as shit. And I think he just signed his deal, led the league in hits this year. And he's like, yeah, if I lead the league in hits, I won't have to fight. But he wobbled Chara. He fucking wobbled him. Like, he is nails. He's really kind of stopped fighting, and it's disappointing. Like, if he was playing mean, like, way different. I bet you Bill Guerin and them are just like, fuck me. Like, where's that? Bring it out more often. Sharzy sword fight. Yeah, ridiculous. Lynn's, Aaron's girlfriend ran for council and threw water on a TV host when she lost. Wow. That's an interesting factoid. Some Owen Sound lore for you. Yeah. Lindsay followed that with some Owen Sound lore for you. You got some, that was some lore. Holy shit. Shari's back in the house on Instagram. I saw her join on here. Get over here to the kick one, girl. Same with you, Riley. Why you join on Instagram? Get over and kick. But that's some lore right there, Linz. We know too much, LOL. I love it. You guys are the most love and light filled townies ever. You guys are just Owen Sound to the gills. Like, it just every cell in your body's Owen Sound. Jesse, yeah, Trennan beat Char in the first fight, but Char cut him up and jerseyed him in their second fight. He sure did. I did see that. You've been watching it. Lynn says, I don't know enough. Well, that's what's going to make you such a great lawyer, such a great defense lawyer. Lisa Jude, only lived here since 2020. What? Wait, what? Excuse me? This is like the opposite of a gong. How the fuck don't I know that? What? What do you mean you've only lived here since 2020? Where the hell did you live before? Like 2 minutes away outside of town? You can't tell me you lived in like Georgian Bluffs. It's the same fucking thing. You're pretty much like, come on. What do you mean you've only been here for 6 years? What is that about? Invite Karen Carrillo. What's up, Karen? Namaste, fellow wave. Matthew Klein, welcome in. We got a steady couple people hanging out on TikTok tonight. Love it. Instagram's gotten real quiet. I feel like people from Insta have just only come over on Kick now. Sharzy, that lived in Florida before OS. Sharzy, that's gonna make Lisa like puke in her mouth. Jesse, I've seen Zdeno Chara fight. That's on every fight that's on the internet. When I was younger, I was obsessed with watching his fights. So yeah, because he's such a freaking tree ant fighting. Lynn's Kingston bus driver. Know him. Usher at the game. Know him. Insanely tall man. Know him too. Try me. LOL. And knows that the insanely tall homeless guy who overdosed his girlfriend threw water on a TV host. Like, holy fuck. I still haven't seen Ken. I saw him again, but we haven't like crossed paths enough to talk. Very interesting. Lisa G. Oh, Collingwood. Right. Collingwood till 2004 in Holland Center while married, then up here. Okay. I do remember that part. What am I talking about? I should have remembered Collingwood. Where's Holland Center? 23 kilometers away. Oh, you live down there when married, eh? Oh, you were right on the side of the damn road when the Right on the side of the damn road when the tack came rolling through for with the trophy, eh? So that's just between before Chatsworth. Okay. It's just that little couple huts. Little couple huts. Holland Center. Alrighty. Next to my sister's farm. You got a farm? That's pretty cool. What kind of farm? Linz, as a 4-year-old, I was on the road for the championship bus. Nice. Linz, 4 years old when the championship was won. Wow. I'm getting old enough in my Meat Monkey spacesuit to be like, wow, I was 17 when somebody I know was 4. You know what I mean? Like, just like, I used to be the one saying that. I was this age when that happened, you know? Being an Attack fan was meant to be. Oh, it sure was. Linz and I stood at the side of the highway with a flag. She was 4. That is so cute. So you were standing on the side of the road waving a flag where I was at the front of the bus while the boys were partying and have a good time. And I was just sitting there like, I mean, this is awesome, but I didn't do anything. Can I go home now? That's who I was at the time. Oh, wow. Sister's got a cattle farm. Damn. Bro, user says, bro, why do none of your hockey friends from the NHL come on the live and support you? Political reasons or just lost touch with them? That's an interesting question. So what, you think because I do streams and lives that NHLers should come on the live and support me? That's interesting. I didn't even think about that because this is not for everybody, right? Like some people are really fearful of public speaking and doing stuff like that. And guys don't want to come on live things, especially where something could get taken out of context. They could say something wrong. Somebody records it. Guys are really wary about their image, right? So I think it's mostly that. But also, yeah, like I'll tell you one thing, people, when you get to different levels of the healing journey, you don't really need to talk to anybody ever. I could never talk to somebody again at this point. I don't know. Obviously, but I don't like, I could be in silence all day for a while, man. I don't need to talk to anybody. So, I mean, I get the guys come on my podcast. That's kind of the place to do it, right? We try to bring in the hockey guys to the podcast, and I network with my buddies that I know, and they help me connect. So, people just have lives. People have kids and families and new jobs and careers and a lot of stuff going on, right? So, I mean, the closest guy to me is Jordan Binnington. You're going to see how close coming up here not too long. Got some great things coming. So, absolutely, he says, I don't think they own nothing, just certain characters that are known to do that stuff, Yeah, I guess I didn't know. I don't know many of the guys that just do that, Not many guys are into this kind of stuff. Like I wasn't when I was playing either. I did a way more than most people when I was playing, but most guys just want nothing to do with this kind of thing. Live streaming, getting them on a podcast is a stretch. That's a huge stretch for a lot of guys. So I'm just grateful that I can get guys on the pod. I got some great people lined up. Carcillo, Aaron Volpatti, and Ryan Schnell. Connor Scher was probably at the game when I fought Ryan Schnell when I was on the Iowa Wild back in the day. He's coming on, Shersey. Tyson, I can be happy just sitting in silence. Amen, brother. Amen. That's what it's all about. You can be happy sitting in silence. That's what you can do. User, get over here to kick, brother. Lisa, all I saw was teeth smiling. That's what you remember when you were 4, waving your little flag? Shersey, Linz and Pepper Ridge Farms, remember. Shersey, NHL players are usually busy people. We do get the troll Evander Kane account. We do. Evander Kane does join. What's the kick? It's just my name, at Curtis Gabriel. Dana, ask that person if his friends support or by showing up to his job. That's an interesting counter question. Yeah, he's just saying, like, do some of your friends show up to your work and help you out at your work? But, I see what he means too. Obviously, this is something where they have a platform and all that stuff too. But fair points. Yeah. I definitely would love if more guys came on. Yeah, he goes, absolutely not. Guys wouldn't show up his job. Of course, it's different, but I would love if guys were lining up to come on. But some guys, like, for example, Brent Burns, he literally said to me on a call, he said, Gabriel, like, I don't do the social media, that, like, right? But people, I think people would think I'm too much and weird. I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? The weirder, the better. He's maybe the most interesting yet mysterious guy in the league. If he started a fucking podcast, forget the Tkachuk brothers. He could just, if Brent Burns just sat down and talk to himself for 2 hours, it would shut down the hockey world. Rye guy, namaste, toast man. What's going on, brother? Wife's taking care. I was just about to ask about Gabby and Grace, those precious girls, your twins. Wife's taking care of Gabby and Grace. I'm in Burnaby for a tourney. Nice, dude. A hockey tourney, golf tourney? What kind of tourney? But I'm glad you're getting some guy time, it sounds like. User, gotta force a guy like Burns thumb, LOL. Brother, I try, but he's a different kind of cat, man. He's a different cat. Hockey, nice, dude. And where are you from originally? How far did you go from where you were to Burnaby for that tourney? Lisa, did you ever ride in Binner's clitoris Ford Taurus? LOL. Oh, that's good. That's good, Lisa Jude. I like when Lisa Jude's spicy. I sure did, Lisa Jude. That was a hell of a ride. The best story, there's two great stories about that ride. I'll tell them here. I was involved in one of them, not the other. So the one I wasn't involved, it sets up the next story though. Let's see here. So everybody tune into this one. This is a good one. Oh, so you're in Toronto. You went up to Burnaby? Wow, that's awesome. You went all the way up to the West Coast for hockey, man. That sounds awesome. Okay, so Jordan Bennington had this silver bullet, as she says, clitoris Ford Taurus, they called it. And Braden Rose, who he knew from childhood, played in our team. And Braden Rose was known as a loose cannon. Very sweet guy, but had a fucking mean streak and like would fight off the ice. He beat up a teacher when he was younger, like really fucked up. Yeah, he had like a ponytail apparently. No regrets, and like beat up his teacher in like grade 8 or some shit. I don't know. So they went to a party here in Owen Sound, like a Halloween party. And I guess typical Rosie had talked to somebody's girlfriend or whatever, and he was running his mouth or something. And then they had to get out of there. So they got chased out of this party, jumped all in their car quick before they got jumped. And then Jordan's girlfriend ran out to like stop them or was like upset and tried to like put her hands in the car or something. And he just floored it to get away and ran over his own girlfriend's foot. So there's that. But I wasn't there for that one. But then that dovetails into my story because we were leaving the back of West Hill Secondary School and there's a Tim Hortons across the street that everybody goes to. So Binner pulls out of the street of the school, goes across the street, and think about like, you know, Tim Hortons that, you know, like a drive-through goes around the back and comes at the front. So we go in the drive-through, we get to the back and do our order, and then we start coming back around to face the street where we came. And there's it's like a fucking country movie or like Footloose or something. Like all the cowboys are pulling up in their pickup trucks with their boots and their cowboy hats and their jeans with their belt buckles. And they're all just pulling up like they're going to kill us. And Binner just quickly grabbed the food. I don't even know if he paid. And we just ripped out of there because we were like freaking out. But it's because Rosie was in a sling. He had broken his something, collarbone or something. And he had still been talking to somebody's girl. So then somebody saw an opportunity to go after Rosie when he was hurt and beat him up. And so we had to like literally rip out of there to practice. And then we had to tell the coaches, like, we almost got fucking like jumped and like they heard about it. Cops had called. It's like a fucking thing. So some shit going down in that car. That car is legendary. Laurie Hans loving the Burnsy comments. Good old Ryan Schnauzer shares. Yep. We got him coming on the pod. I'm going to record in a couple weeks. Shari Soulflow's back. Hey, everyone, I'm back. Missed this live. We'll listen later. No worries, Shari. No need. We just want your presence. Hope your session was great. Sharzy, Burns is the reason why I grow my beard out. Hey, there it is. Dude, he's the fucking Sharzy. He's even better than he seems. He's the best guy ever. He's the best guy. He's got some stuff in his Meat Monkey spacesuit journey to go through, but he's an amazing guy. As we all are. Not the feet, says Linz. Hey, there's user 4000 from TikTok here now. Dude, what's your name? We can't just go by user 4000 or user OG. What's your name? Linz, the local country folk frighten me. And they are a little scary. Bring your tractor to school, boys, LOL. Seriously, when I moved up here from 45 minutes north of Toronto, where half my school was Asian, the rest was pretty mixed. Coming up here to Owen Sound was like, what the fuck? Lynn's not crazy about being gassed with diesel fumes while trying to vibe to music in the car. Not crazy about being gassed with diesel fumes while trying to vibe to music in the car. Oh, in the trucks. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Anything but a car day. Yeah, it was a culture shock when I came up here, that's for sure. James is my name, brother. Nice, James. I love it. That's one of my middle names. My mom decided to give me 2. You really must know my full name, everybody. It is legally Curtis, James, Robert, Gabriel. I have 4 first names. I didn't even realize that till like 5 years ago that I had 4 first names. I was like, oh yeah. Because Gabriel always to me was the last name. First name is Robert Gabriel. Sounds very stuck up. Mom, why'd you have to give me 4? Frank Mariano. Namaste, Frank Mariano. Welcome in, brother. Oh, I love streaming with you all. I love vibing in the love and light with you all. It's fucking awesome. It's like just breathing. Jesse, hey Curtis, who do you think would be harder for you to fight, Brashear or Laroque? 1000% Laroque. Because I feel like he just did, they both use the exact same technique as lefties, but Laroque just did it better. Where I think Brashear opened himself up more and took more damage, where Laroque was always pretty smart about using his size to just completely owning you. So I would much rather fight Brashear. Linz, do you have any tea that you can share on Greg Walters? Oh, I did. I'll be completely honest. Most of the things I heard when I was the mental health de facto guy with the attack last year was just how much of a dick he was. But the one that was like the reoccurring thing, just an old school hockey guy dick. But I will say, and you probably already know this because you probably know the streams. There it is, Lens. Of course you know. Like this guy was apparently showing kids on the team he was on Tinder, bragging about being on Tinder. He was just drunk at shorties all the time. Oh yeah, he was for sure always. That's what I heard. The same thing all the time. Shares no accountability on the team. Like he wanted to be. He's just basically a grown up OHL player in an adult body. That's all he was. So immature. Sharzy, my friend who pitched in high school name is Tyler Andrew Grant. I always give him shit for having 3 first names. Well, Sharzy, now I'm going to be in your sights. Here we go. Oh, I believe you. You guys don't need to show me proof. What I heard, I know that's real. User, you give a clear perspective on shit most humans need to hear. Oh, brother, I appreciate that, Jimmy. Jimmy James, I appreciate that, brother. That's the love and light, brother. That's the love and light coming through. As soon as you remember who you are to a certain level, the love and light just takes over your life. Linz, we have all the Tinder pics. User, on a broad amount of topics, brother. I appreciate you, brother. It's because it's not me knowing all this knowledge on the topics. It's the love and light just shining through, and the love and light knows everything. So, brother James, where are you from, my man? Where are you from? Shari Soulflow, I got to watch Laroque's son in Seattle on the Thunderbirds. He's still learning to fight at 17. George Laroque has a son that's playing for the Thunderbirds? What? I didn't know that. I typed in George Laroque. He comes up as a Canadian politician. That's funny. Maybe he did do some of that. But what do you mean he's got a son that's playing? Son, Marcus Laroque. Look at this. (6'4", 216? Damn. 17. Oh, he's good. 17. He's March 30th, 2009. This is draft year then? Not listed. 59 games, 11 points, +2. Pretty solid for a guy that big. The year before, in under 18, he had 52 points in 29 games and 118 PIMs. Is this guy on radars for anybody? Marcus Laroque. Where was he born? Edmonton. Marcus Laroque. Age. Or NHL draft. I feel like that's a guy you take a flyer on. Huh. Okay. Guy seems like he's really legit. Good for him. Good intel there, Shari. Linz took a photo of himself on TV. Photos of him with beers, cropped his kids out of it. Oh, God, that's so typical. Jesse says about LaRocque and Brashear, they definitely didn't use the same technique. Brashear tried to get on the inside more with underhooks, then got his right hand over the shoulder and threw short lefts. But LaRocque seemed to just throw huge lefts and overpower people. But I agree, LaRocque is tougher. You just went in much more deeper. I didn't sit down and break it down like you. They both get you around the neck and the collar, and they throw lefts. Like, that's enough of a similarity for me to put them in a box. But I don't disagree with you at all. You're spot on. Linz, also always wanted to ask that. Thanks. Oh, no worries, Linz. Linz, I love when you ask questions. Ask away. Sharzy, hell yeah, I aspire to be Greg Walters when I grow up. Dana, Shari, are you in Seattle? I'm from Atlantic, Canada, brother, says James. Where in Atlantic, Canada, brother? That's a wide place. LOL, Connor, Jesse. Careful what you wish for. Linz, burped on live television unapologetically, literally lived at the bar, tapped on the glass whenever he walked by someone's beer. I could go on all day with Wally T. Oh, gosh. 55 and on Tinder and hanging out at bars. I still use Tinder to troll, but I gave up the bar scene at 26. Some people love that bar scene. Shari Soulflow, who's gotten better each year. We just acquired him last year. Nice. Yeah, he looks like he's going to be a real player. Wait, did I even... Was he a... I thought he must... Did I think he was a... Is he a forward or a D? Right wing. Okay. Sounds like he's going to be a tough dude. Well, it seems like a classy guy. Yes, Shari lives 15 minutes south of Seattle. 5 minutes from T-Bird's rink. Look at that. Dana spends his summers up there because it's too hot down in AZ. Banned from the league a few years ago. He's back now. Yeah, that's great. That's just wild. He's back coaching. Can you imagine you're Ethan Belch as his parents? He gets drafted first overall and they hire that guy as the coach? Walked around new when Sportsnet and Ron McLean was in town. Almost scarred a nation. Lorianne, Shar, are you a T-Bird fan? Blazers fan here? Oh, yeah, the WHL Meat Monkey spacesuits are linking up. We summer in Ocean Park. Love the PNW. Ocean Park. I want to look that up. We summer in Ocean Park. Is that where you go do the whale watching, brother? Ocean Park. Look at that. Oh, wow. Nice. You summer in Ocean Park. Dude, that's where Dana's spending his time. He's invited anybody from the Love and Light stream out there. I think I'm going to make my way out to Ocean Park at some point, people. When Dana's hanging out there, fuck yeah. Sounds freaking awesome, Big D. What a place to live. It looks like a big, like almost like a key. Must be just freaking gorgeous. What's the weather like in Ocean Park? I guess you could just tell me, but what's the weather like in Ocean Park in the summer? Summers in Ocean Park, Washington, mid-June to September are typically comfortable, partly cloudy, and mild to cool, with average temperature ranging from 60 to 68 and lows from 45 to 56. August is the warmest month and characterized by very low rainfall and refreshing coastal breezes. Oh, it sounds so nice and cool. I think Linz would like that. Maybe a little too hot for her still, but much cooler summer than Arizona, that's for sure. Sounds lovely. Get to go see those whales. They're a whale guy. No one wants to see the tall upgrade. Love Kamloops. Lots of respect for them. Look at the respect between the women's hockey fans. We also love Seattle. Road trip. Lorianne's going to road trip down to see Shari. Unfortunately, they usually beat us till we beat them to go to the Memorial Cup in 23. User OG. A lot of Seattle fans. Great Seattle fans. Great to see. Amen. Yeah, we're across the river to Oregon to whale watch. Wow. We crossed the river to Oregon to whale watch. Nice. Seattle area is like a rainforest. Yeah, I got to go out there. I think you got the better of us this year between Kamloops and Seattle. Meat Sack 76. What's up, Meat Sack? Space Monkey Meat Monkey suit. He's coming in Instagram. The Meat Sack. I love it. That's all we are. Lorianne, as long as we both beat Kelowna, that's all that matters. Kelowna Rockets, the big bad bullies. It's like Kamloops to Kelowna is like Owen Sound to London. Oh, gosh. Listen to this, people. This just came up. Sherry's going to like this one. Report. Ilya Kovalchuk driving infractions in the last year and a half. How does he still have a license? Kovalchuk was caught speeding 115 times, driving on the shoulder or not complying with the requirements of signs and markings 46 times, and illegal parking 24 times. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. I like what they do in what's it called? In Finland, your driving tickets are in proportion to your income. So if you speed, you just get like destroyed with fines if you make a lot of money. It's the way it should be. Finland just gets it. Jesse, I remember Chara asking Reeves to go after Reeves sat him down in the last few games and Reeves skated the bench. Who do you think would have won, old Chara in his last year or Reeves? 100%. Actually, not 100%. It all depends on what kind of grab Chara wants to have. If Chara's going to defend the arm move and just get a good grab, sometimes Revo isn't able to get them off. If Chara got a good grab, he would win. But if Revo kept him off balance, which is very realistic against Chara, Revo would look like he won. But honestly, Jesse, I don't think a lot of punches would be landed in that fight. I think it would end up in like a fight like me and Revo's last one that was just all over the place, falling up and down. That's what it would have looked like for me. What is Dana saying? Lovely Erica was playing baseball this evening. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, that's what she's up there doing. Nice. She's enjoying moving the Meat Monkey spacesuit around. I'm asking stupid ass questions. LOL, just bored. Jesse, it's all good, brother. We're here to ask questions. They come for the hockey, stay for the love and light, but we talk hockey too. That's Russia for you, says user on TikTok. Yep. User, what's the most spiritually awakening place you visited? Oh. James, you know how to ask a question. You know how to fire me up, brother. Now I know that every single place you go is the most spiritually awakening place. But back when I thought this question in the way you're asking, no doubt about it, 1000%, it has a whole chapter in my book, Michael Singer's Temple of the Universe in Alachua, Florida, northern Florida, north of Gainesville. Every single person on this planet would love going there. Regardless of what you believe, regardless of your traditions, if you gave it an honest, I'll check it out, don't even want to know. Linz, what's in general your opinion on Dale Hunter? You've always wondered that, eh? The first thing I think of when I think of Dale Hunter is it's just so fascinating that he could be the only player ever with 1,000 points and 3,000 penalty minutes and not be in the Hall of Fame, pretty much because of that hit on Turgeon, was it? After the whistle. Do you guys know about that, Lisa and Linz? Pretty wild. There must be something more to that. He's obviously was a really big guy who pissed people off, and he was really good too. He sounds like he would have been a really fun coach to play for in junior. Not if you were not good, but if you were good. Like if you got not good, you just get sent out of there. Like people going to London's one thing to play, but you got to be good enough to play or you get shipped out under the bright lights. But I met the Rupert twins, used to play for London, as you know, and guys I battled with on the ice, but wicked guys off the ice. And I knew that Dale Hunter had a case of beer for them, 24 beers after every weekend, because they lived with them. They lived with the coach. Anyway, that guy sounded pretty fucking cool. You know, if you're good enough, I probably would have liked him. If he liked me, I would have liked him. But He's clearly was a guy who was a psychopath when he played. And he just drinks a lot now. License doesn't stop the keys from the ignition. No, it doesn't, Jersey. Cody, did we already talk about the Craig Berube firing? Namaste, Cody. We are one, fellow wave. We did not. But, I mean, I don't know if there's much to talk about, right? It's kind of standard operating procedure. Chaik is going to give it his best shot to do what he wants. He's not going to keep their old guys coach after that. There's no chance. They're going to change the whole team, I'm sure, as much as they can. Jersey, also, when you take the picture for you, if you go a little tipsy, so you're pulled over, not sober, you look normal. That is something Jersey would say. I think Char would 100% take him down at the end or win or lose like he did lots. I agree, Jesse. I think he would take him down probably. I was sure he wasn't long for the organization. I agree with Berube. User, unique answer, bro. Love to hear it. Oh, I love it. I love User. You're tapped in. Are you spiritual, brother James? Are you spiritual at all? You got a spiritual name in the Christian tradition. I guess I got two. Curtis, James, Robert Gabriel. Yeah, James Gabriel. So what do you got going on over there, brother James? Are you spiritual? You're asking some interesting questions. Sharzy, Erica got to see the photos of my baby from parenting class and the reason why I don't have kids. Erica got to see photos of my baby from parenting class? What are you talking about, parenting class? What the fuck is this about, Sharzy? Got out of a DUI. Lynn's, user, James, someday I'd love to join your live and ask the good questions, LOL. Well, hey, you're asking them pretty damn good right now, brother. But hey, I'm not twisting people's arm to come on, but if you want to come on, it's open. Ben comes on Sunday and Tuesday, but if you want to come on next week, Monday or Wednesday, we could do that. We're almost done here. I'm trying to be not very much LOL. Well, that's very cognizant of you. You're coming in asking great questions, but you're not asking like a 5,000 and overtaking the live, right? I think what's so beautiful here is everyone kind of falls into the love and light. Like, I don't think we've ever had somebody dominate the stream too much. You know, we've never had someone talk too much. I don't think in a way that was, everybody falls in line here beautifully because I think it's such a loving space. So nobody ever does that. And you're picking up on that, James. I think the love and light attracts in certain people at certain points of their journey, and you get it. So beautiful that you're asking these deep questions, but then you don't just, you give some space between them. That's beautiful, brother. Dana, hypothetically, if you were Tampa Bay GM, what would you give up for McDavid? At this point in his career, what would I give up for McDavid? I mean, obviously, they'd want Kucherov. Kucherov's not going to go there, so you're not going to waste your time trying to trade Kucherov to Edmonton. I mean, he's Russian, but he's gotten probably too used to the weather and the money there. So let's take Kucherov off the table. I mean, Edmonton needs a goalie, but then they lose McDavid. They don't need a goalie, so fuck Vasilevsky. They'd want to retool. So they'd probably want – I think you got to give them – do you want to give them Hagel, though? You already have a superstar in Kucherov where you clearly can win cups with. Do I want to give up Hagel for McDavid when I have Kucherov? And McDavid's soft and Hagel's hard and Kucherov's a psycho and McDavid's not. I don't even want to make that trade. But if I hypothetically have to, Hagel's going to have to be in it. Gensel's going to have to be in it. Probably Radish. And they're probably going to want like a young defenseman that's pretty good, but he probably won't be good unless he's in Tampa because they find these guys and they're good in Tampa, like Moser or whatever. You're probably giving up 2 first-rounders, Hagel, Gensel, and a good D-man, something like that. I don't know, something like that. Jesse, maybe it's because I started watching hockey in 2019, so I'm technically new, but why don't people like this Cheka dude? Am I just oblivious? Oh, wow, Jesse, you're new to hockey a little bit, brother. That's interesting. I didn't know that about you. But you got to just do a little research on him. It won't take long to find out why people don't like him. There's some crazy stories that have come out. Like, Jesse, just one story tells you all you need to know, apparently. In Phoenix, Arizona, and Dana, we never got into this with Dana. We're supposed to, but anyway. Apparently at Cheka's desk in his room, he had 6 monitors and only one was actually plugged in. And the 5 other monitors basically just had like this screensaver on that he put up to make it look like his windows were all busy and he was doing a bunch of shit and he like looked smart. I don't know. You don't really make that stuff up. That's kind of like a weird thing to make up, you know? It just seems like, from all intents and purposes, everybody thinks this guy's a snake oil salesman that actually doesn't know anything. Even though he built an analytics company that makes $10 million a year, owns 61 Wendy's, he seems smart, but is he smart in the wrong ways? Does he have integrity? I certainly wouldn't be owning 61 Wendy's. I'll tell you that for free. User, I'd like to be more prepared. How about next Monday or Tuesday if you're doing live? Yeah, brother. James, like if you want to come on Monday next week, Tuesday, it would have to be Sunday, or it would have to be Ben comes on Sunday or Tuesday. So you'd have to be Monday or Wednesday. But also, like, I want to go deep, but also, you know, save some stuff for the book. So it'd be an interesting chat to have you on, though. So I'm down. I can always alter what I say and stuff like that. So yeah, next Monday or Wednesday sounds dope. Me and Erica had a great conversation the other day, says Sherzy. Oh, nice. You guys are just hooking up in the Love and Light community outside. Just connecting the Love and Light stream outside the stream. I fucking love it. Outside the community. Dana says Hagel, Moser, and my first. I guess that's less than I had. Honestly, go for David free agency. That's a good point, Sherzy. Sherzy, do you like Wendy's? Wendy's nuts in your mouth. Sherzy, okay, you're gonna have me dip back into like when I was eating all the foods. McDonald's is here, Wendy's is up here. Like MJ, LeBron. McDonald's, MJ, Wendy's, LeBron. That was what I was all about. I ate more than my fair share of Baconators with extra bacon in my life, with like max patties they'd put on the thing. Dana, probably just wait and not give up anything. Amen. That Baconator is fucking unbelievable. Cody, you just took the fucking words out of my mouth. But I got to say it. That sandwich full of suffering, dead, love and light that wants to live is very believably good, because it's for the ego. User, I'd go Point, Hagel, and Vasi, maybe a second or third. You'd go Point, Hagel, and Vasi, maybe second or third. No, that's too much. That's too much. Too much. You don't even have a team. What's the point of McDavid being on Edmonton with no team and then Tampa with no team? He just gets a tan. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for dipping into OS lore. Linz, I appreciate you, girl. You know I like to talk anything with you. Shares, he's loving it. User, Wednesday would be great, my man. I'll try my best to avoid going too deep in your book content, brother. No, you can do it. I'm getting good at talking about it and just try not to give away too much. I want some things to be a surprise, even to the Love and Light community. I want it to just break your head open into Love and Light, into a new reality. Okay, fellow waves, we are 2 minutes on the clock before shutting it down. User, do you think the Leafs take McKenna or Stenberg? McKenna for sure, no doubt about it. Ever meet Terry Ryan? You fucking best believe I've met Terry Ryan. Me and him are boys. He literally he's in my book at a point where I went on his podcast and things got moving. Okay. Dana says, great weekend all. Zen, glad you were here. Guten Tag, Linz. Oh, love it, Dana. What a message. Namaste, have a great night, says Sherzy. Have a glorious evening, all. Lorianne. Jesse, good night, brother. Can't wait for next week's streams. Namaste, good night, all. Fucking A, brother. James, absolutely can't wait for the release. Let's go. Okay, user, we'll see you next week, and we'll get it set up to go on Wednesday, a week from today. Lisa Jude, namaste. Thanks for the time together. Thank you for the love and light, Lisa Jude. Oh, we got a new saying from Linz. Schlaf gut. I don't know what that one means. Sherzy, they got Stenberg on the slide. Okay, he thinks they're taking Stenberg. Namaste, chat. Night, Cody. Every time I look at Cody, I don't know why, the XX Cody D, it makes me think of a crocodile. I don't know why. Every time I see XX Cody, it's like Cody crocodile. I love crocodiles, though. Oh, I know. I have just so many things. I'm just reading my book so much to finish it up right now. So much going on in my head. James, have a great night. Crocodile Cody, I love that. Oh, I love crocodile, so I love that name. Let's go. How can you tell the difference between a crocodile and an alligator? Anybody? Quick, before we go. We only have 30 seconds. What's the difference between a crocodile and an alligator when you first look at them? How can you tell the difference? Who's got to finish it off? Who can say it? KG, you need you on the wild, bro. No, I don't need to be on the wild. The nose, snout. Yes, it is more pointy. Yes, that is true. There's actually two then. There's the pointy snout and the teeth. The teeth being on the outside, alligators on the inside. I love you all. I'm ending it now. Fuck, I love you all. Love and light.